Namaste, beloveds. This is Mother with Wisdom, and I am doing a reading today from the Golden Tarot, and it's from this book right here. And I'm just going to read a little bit because I've never done what tarot is all about and what it is to me, and all of that, and how I use it and all of that. So I want to give a little bit of that to you, and I'm going to give you the introduction by Liz Dean because it is just so on point. So I'm just going to read it, and then we're going to pull mind, body, soul, and spirit. I've actually separated my deck into two, the major arcana and the minor arcana, and we're going to pull the 3 cards for mind, body, and soul from the minor arcana, and for spirit we're going to pull from the major arcana. So I just want to give you a little background information on that. So here you go. The tarot is a sequence of illustrated cards comprising 22 individual cards in the major arcana and 56 minor arcana cards split into 4 suits: cups, pentacles, wands, and swords. They have been used for prediction, education, and entertainment by courtiers, mystics, missionaries, and a multitude of other seekers and seers over the past half millennia. Like the curious sequence of the cards themselves, the tarot's history is also enigmatic, but it is likely that the minor arcana, which shares a history with modern playing cards in its 4 suits, developed separately from the more complex major arcana cards, which are thought to have evolved in Renaissance Italy. The Golden Tarot was especially commissioned and is named for the 2 golden eras of tarot reading, and possibly the most famous decks in its 600-year history: the Golden Boss 15th century Visconti's Forenza Tarot, one of the first in existence, and the Rider-Waite, arguably the most significant modern tarot, instigated by A.E. Waite, a member of the British occult secret society, the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, 1888 to 1914. Do your research. The Golden Tarot, beautifully painted by Melissa Lunet, expresses many of the symbols both of the Visconti both of the Visconti Sforza and the Rider-Waite tarots. Cards such as 14, the Sun, draw together these 2 powerful traditions, with the Visconti Sforza's cherubs holding the sun in the sky above the sunflowers of the Rider-Waite. The moon shows the Rider-Waite's howling dogs, the 2 astrologers who express their otherworldliness of the card's meaning, first appeared in the Charles Tarot, another golden deck of the Renaissance era. In combining these influences, it is hoped that the Golden Tarot has its own magical alchemy, guiding you through the meanings of the cards and sparking your psychic awareness. By interpreting these cards, you are connecting with symbols that are hundreds of years old, from the figure 8 for eternity to the magic wand, the sword of justice, or archetypes such as the hermit, the lovers, the magician, or mother, who is the empress. These all appeal to the subconscious, stimulating your memories and intuitive knowledge of yourself and others. A tarot reading helps you illuminate choices, look at relationships, learn from the past, reflect on the present, and prepare for the future. You may prefer to read only for yourself for a prediction, or to explore current or past issues and relationships. You will grow in confidence through practicing with friends or acquaintances who can give you valuable feedback on the accuracy of your readings without the pressure to get it right. When you read for others, it may be helpful for you to see this as a shared exploration rather than a test. Together, you can experience the journey of the tarot as an evolving story with the card meanings providing the words and sentences. To bond with a new set of cards, sleep with them under your pillow for the first few weeks and touch them regularly to imprint them with your energy. By connecting with the cards through thought and touch, you will become more sensitive to their meanings, making prediction feel flowing and natural. All right, let's get us started. And again, we're going to pull 3 cards, Mind, Body, Soul, from the Minor Arcana cards. You know, that is the cards with the 4 suits: Wands, Swords, Pentacles, Cups. All right, and we're going to cut, and we're going to pull for Mind. The Mind card is, let's see, that's the upside down Page of Cups. Okay, reversed Page of Cups, reversed 4 of Pentacles for Mind, Body, reversed Queen of Swords, Mind, Body, Soul. All right, let's see what we've got here. All of our cards were reversed. Okay, first we've got the Page of Cups. Let's see. Page of Cups. All right. And I'm going to give you both readings. Okay, because I always believe that everything has balance, positive and negative, but the more information you have, the better decisions you can make. And I believe that we determine the outcome of many things just by our understanding and the will that we inject into the situation. You know, intention, excuse me, intention is everything. It really is everything. Okay, Page of Cups. Upright meaning is guidance. The intuitive page, excuse me, may offer good news about a relationship or simply bring a sociable artistic influence. However, he can be dreamy and lacking in focus, so his arrival in a reading can also reveal a need for practicality in a romance or indicate that you will need to give others guidance and support. Children may need extra help just now. Reversed meaning is frustration. Okay, this, the Page of Pentacles was reversed. So this is the actual definition of how it was pulled according to the author of the deck, whose name is Liz Dean. And the reversed meaning, frustration. The reversed page seeks attention. This is the mind. And has difficulty expressing his feelings in a positive way. He may be a child or young person in your life who is going through a difficult phase as a situation. You may find it frustrating trying to get the accurate information you need without being caught up in the drama. Whoa, that is on point. On point, on point, on point in my life. I hope it's on point in yours. I hope you can find some correlation. Okay, 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. Let's see. There we go. Again, I'm going to give both meanings. I'm going to give the upright meaning, 4 of Pentacles. Upright meaning is stability and confidence. When you have worked for what you have worked for is finally secured. The 4 indicates stability and firm foundations for the future. So you now have a solid base on which to build your empire. Whether you are investing in a business, running a small project from home, or studying in a group, this card reveals success in your venture and brings reassurance after a time of insecurity. This is also a positive card for health matters, indicating recovery. Okay, now we pulled the card in a reversed position, and I'm going to give you that information because that pertains to this particular reading. So here we go. The reversed meaning of the Four of Pentacles is limitation. Rewards seem elusive as you wait for others to acknowledge you, leaving you marginalized and feeling undervalued. By obsessing about one outcome, however, you may be overlooking less restrictive opportunities elsewhere. Again, that is so on point for me right now in my own personal life. That was the body card, and remember, it also has to do with health and everything. So the way you're thinking and the way you're moving through your thoughts, your body is actualizing that. And this particular card is telling you, don't limit yourself. There are thousands of choices, thousands of possibilities, thousands of decisions. And I'm going to give out a shout out to my mentor, Tina Keenan, because we just had this conversation yesterday about how many outcomes can actually happen if you are open to understand that there's more than just one outcome in any situation. So that's very deep. That's the body card. And mind, body, soul. Soul card is the Queen of Swords. And again, reversed. Okay, Queen of Swords. Here we go. Nope. There we go. Queen of Swords. Okay. Again, upright meaning is eloquence. The Queen brings intelligence, eloquence, and loyalty up to a point. Effortlessly charming, she will protect those in her favor. But in business, she will put her own needs before yours. As a symbol of a situation, the card indicates transient help. You may appreciate what support is offered from a friend or colleague while you share similar goals or lifestyles. Okay, again, this is the Soul card. And we pulled it reversed. And this is the reversed meaning for this card as given by the author or the creator of this deck. The reverse meaning is ruthfulness. Whoa, look out. With her armory of cutting remarks and dark threats, the reversed queen is ruthless and self-obsessed with little regard for others' feelings. As an employer or family matriarch, this card expresses her worst aspects. As a situation, the reversed queen predicts a negotiation that cannot go your way. Wow. That was a very deep. Bringing them all three together, I get a lot of motion from these. There's a lot of things that are getting ready to happen, starting with what's in your mind, that Page of Cups, and the possibilities. I'm going to show you this card again, upright, in an upright manner. This is the Page of Cups. And I see him standing on the ground. I see him in a meditative mood with his hands like this, which means he's in the flow. There's water behind him, and the water in his cup is bubbling up. He has two feathers, and there are two clouds above his head on each side. So, for me, that means he has to make a decision, whether feelings or intellect. And tying it with the other cards, the Four of Pentacles, and this is the Four of Pentacles, and it was reversed. And there's nothing too much to see on the Four of Pentacles other than the placement of the mandalas and the symbols. But there's a gradients in the color green for me, and there are trees up at the top. And trees and the number 4, which represent the 4 directions to me, and also air and breath and wind to me. And It's about overcoming and overlooking the variations and understanding what each can bring and what each means in your in the growth and in the health of your personal well-being. The third one, the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords. There are 4 clouds. Okay, the sword is glowing. So she's ready to cut some cords and some ties and some things. I see her as understanding her ability to weld this sword. Let me show you. That's what I get from this. See her holding it? See that sword glowing? See the 4 clouds there? So again, we have the number 4. And again, that's the directions. That's the many things. But I get that mind, body, and soul are all aligned. So everything is happening as it should. You may not be getting the results that you want to get, but they are what is appropriate at this particular time for your mind, your body, and your soul. All right, let's pull a card for spirit from the Major Arcana little deck here of 22 cards and see what we get, see what Mama gives us for our spirits, just so we can kind of stay grounded and make decisions and do the things we need to do and stay aligned and in tune and in balance with mind, body, soul, and spirit, because all of those things have to be working and spinning in harmony with each other in order to be in the spiritual flow of things. And that's very important for everything outwards. If you're not vibing and vibrating right inside, then you're sending out that chaotic energy, and everything that it encounters, encounters that static, that, but if you're in the flow, everything you attract and magnetize everything else that is going to help you stay in that flow and move through it with mind, body, and spirit intact, and making the best decisions from a higher perspective, a higher spiritual and vibrational perspective. Okay, let's pull a card here. And shuffled, and I cut, and the card is oh my, can you see that? The Fool. 0. I love the Fool card. I love the Fool card, and this is card for spirit. So this is gonna be powerful, y'all. This is gonna be good. Hold on, let me find it here. The Fool is the very first card, and I'm going to give you a little bit about what Liz Dean says about the Major Arcana cards. The 22 of the Major Arcana reveal important influences and events affecting your future, and often appear when you have made or are about to make a significant decision. Unlike the Minor Arcana, which reveals day-to-day events, the Major shows more powerful forces at work and their repercussions. Numbered from 0 to 21, the tarot sequence can also be seen as a journey of the soul or mystic quest. 0, the Fool, is the cosmic egg just beginning life, while 21, the world, signifies successful conclusions and regeneration and a natural return to 0. So you have birth, death, and rebirth in the Major Arcana. The world signifies succession, conclusions, and regeneration, and a natural return to zero. And so the tarot cycle begins again. The Wheel of Fortune is number 10 at the midpoint of the quest, when anything can happen at the turn of the wheel. In a reading, the card's numbers can indicate the stages of a phase of your life or a relationship. Some readers like to read using only the major arcana cards because they offer illuminated key life issues. This can also be helpful if you are a beginner, as a way of getting to know the major arcana first before familiarizing yourself with the minor. So, what Liz is saying is that if you want to learn to do the tarot yourself, find you a deck that attracts you, that calls to you, or that's pretty to you, or speaks to whatever your sense of inner magic is, life force is, whether it's fairies or animals or whatever. You can get a traditional tarot deck. There are so many different kind of tarot decks out there till you can just choose, or you can go there and let one choose you. I suggest that. Okay, we pulled the Fool card. Let's see what Liz Dean has to say about this Fool. Keywords: risk, innocence, a departure, a new path. Associated planet or sign: Uranus. A youth dressed in court gestures clothing sets out on a journey with optimism, carrying only what is essential for his adventure. As he steps out to seek his dream, he ignores the dog snapping at his heels to warn him that he is about to step off a precipice. Carried away by an ideal, he is the archetypical fool, innocent and impetuous. Upright meaning: a new path in life. Beginnings and opportunities beckon. Yes. A time to feel hopeful, courageous, and young at heart. However, there may be risks ahead too. So the Fool warns that you look before you leap. By all means, embark upon a mad adventure or idealistic quest for fulfillment. But take heed of the practicalities. The Fool also heralds fun, entertainment, and falling in love. Okay, Spirit, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, we pulled the card. It was upright, so that was the proper reading and meaning for that card in this particular tarot reading. I'm going to give you the reversed meaning just because, like I said, I don't subscribe so much to the upright and reversed and all of that. I believe, just like zero, it all contains everything inside of it and comes back around. So I'm going to give you the reversed meaning. An error of judgment. Bad advice takes you in the wrong direction, so investigate all offers carefully. The Fool reverse can also show deception. You may also be trying to force a situation, which can only backfire. Try another route. I love the upright meaning. And as I look at this Fool card, I'll show you once again. Okay. You see? There we go. Okay. There is so much here. And I'm looking at this card and I see two clouds. I see mountains in the background, and I do see him on a jagged precipice. And I see the dog nipping at his boot, and there's a flower in his hand, and he's looking up at a butterfly. Now, butterflies for me have very, very powerful, special meanings. They are creatures of the soul, and from this realm to the next realm. They are dimension travelers. They are journeyers. They are travelers. They are messengers. So, by this fool looking up and getting ready to walk off the cliff by looking at this beautiful butterfly, it's an opening up of his soul. It's an opening up of his spirit in harmony with what is coming, the new beginnings that are coming, this new adventure that he has decided to take is being blessed, and is being blessed by spirit guides, by ancestors, by angels, um, power animals, whatever reference you have to know guides and guidance. It's very available to you right now, and it is very spiritual right now. You have all the help you want from spirit, so to speak. So use this window of opportunity very wisely, and understand, tying this in with the other cards, that there are more decisions than just one outcome that you may be thinking is the one that you want or the one that you've set your heart upon. Sometimes things aren't as black and white as you think they are, and there are gray areas in between. And just because you get into a gray area doesn't mean that you won't get to the black. It just means that it's going to take time for you to work through that part or that portion, that you need to do more work. And that's very powerful right now in this reading, and at this time. So many things are happening. A lot of things are happening for me personally right now. I'm getting ready to open up an office and do tarot readings. I just received my level 2 Reiki training certification, so I'm so excited about that. I've already scheduled my first client and everything, so I am glowing and ecstatic, and I'm just really excited right now, and I'm really loving the energy and the things that I'm learning, and I'm so ready to share and give what I'm getting to others, because I know what it is to be at a place where you are without hope, or you think you are without hope. I'll put it that way. Yeah, you think that you're without hope, and you think that there's no one there to really get what you're going through. But there is. There always is. And you're never alone. There's always guides and guidance there for you. We aren't just dropped here and left. We have soul connections. We have spiritual connections. We have physical connections. We have mental connections with things the eye may not be able to see, but exist nonetheless. As I learn more about the energetic body and what it's capable of, I am just overwhelmed with the new insight into things, and the new connections and guides, and all the information that's just coming forth. It's just really blowing my mind. I'm so happy right now. And I say that, and I know many people are saying, well, how can you be so happy with everything that's going on in this world? And I'm going to tell you like this. A woman will tell you, in order to bring that baby, that child into the world, there are birth pains, baby. Mm-hmm. And when all of that is over, the reward is your child, being able to hold it, being able to raise it, being able to love it, being able to know that you produced this life through the grace of God. And always, it doesn't have to be a physical life. It can be a project. It can be an idea. It can be a book. It can be a poem. It can just be a loss of a few pounds to get to another dress size. It can be saving up an amount of money to get something that you've wanted for a while. You know, whatever you're doing, find joy in it because life is meant to be joyful. You can choose to be miserable, to let the things that you see going on in the world affect you in a negative manner. Or you can choose to say, I'm not vibrating with that. I'm not down with that energy, with that world, with what you're a part of. I'm coming from a different place. I'm coming from a higher place. I'm coming from a deeper place. And that's not saying that you're better than someone else. It's just saying that you're doing work. You're going within. You're identifying yourself and your vibration on in a way that is uniquely individualized to you and your vibration and your connection with the divine. No one else has that. No one else can match your personality with divine. No one else can match your relationship with the divine. It's not a competition. It's not somebody has more than you or somebody has less than you. It's when you step into the flow of nature, of the universal womb, you realize that everything is everything. From a contraction, which means something didn't work out the way you wanted, or a tightening, or this or that. It's just like a pregnancy. Life is like a pregnancy, and how you nurture yourself. What's the words? How you nurture yourself depends upon the health, or translates into the health of what you deliver, or what you create, or co-create. So, looking within and learning to look for symbols and signs and to pray and to ask is reaching and seeking and needing. And like I said, we are not alone. So when we get ourselves in a mind frame where we are open and our mind, body, soul, and spirit are one and aligned, our intentions come from our heart. And that's pure energy. It's been refined, it's been recirculated, it's been broken down, and all the little negative stuff is out of there. When it gets to that state, that's when life starts creating and co-creating, and you start manifesting what you want, what your intentions are. And if your will is aligned with that of the divine, there are no limitations to what you can achieve. So always know your connection. And when you are in doubt, be still. Go around those who can nurture you. Go around those who can help you identify the signs if you're having dreams, or if something is happening in your life. Go to someone who has some wisdom and some experience and who can help you interpret what you're going through, or give you some advice, or point you within yourself so that you can come up with what you need. Because I can't tell you who to be or how to see something or any of that. I can only give you what I see from my eyesight. You have to be able to see it with your eyes, with your inward sight. It has to mean something to you. So, we are one, and I believe that with all of my being. And as I am healing myself on so many different levels, and I am being blessed by Mama for doing that work with myself and on myself. I am looking forward to this journey. Um, and again, it has started off with being the journey of the Fool for me, and I'm thankful to Mama for sharing that with me and for having me do this reading today. I'm very in tune with this reading. I'll say that. It's very personal to me, but I hope it's very personal to you as well, being that we are one. I hope you find wisdom. I hope it shared shed some light on your situations and your inner workings and things that are happening for you. Again, this is Mother with Wisdom, and I want to say namaste. I love you. Be loved and be blessed. And if you have any questions or anything, you can contact me on Facebook, Mother with Wisdom, MUTHA WITWISDOM, Mother with Wisdom. So, there it is, and it is what it is. Peace and blessings. Okay, now I'm turning this off.